After assuming the White House for the second time, Trump and his MAGA movement will find themselves once again beholden to a list of long-standing commitments, alliances, agendas, and policies, rooted in values totally antithetical to that of their own. Some easy to extricate themselves from.
Next item here is the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty.
While others are still proving to be more complicated, leading to wild and outrageous statements out of frustration. Those who fail to make sense of Trump and MAGA's wild and incoherent policy statements and actions also fail to account for a little detail that could make it all make sense. The MAGA movement is an aggressively ideology-driven movement, and that ideology colors the way it views and perceives everything around it. Not only does it make it easy to identify who are the good and bad people domestically,
our nation has been gripped by professional anarchists, violent mobs, arsonists, looters, criminals, rioters, Antifa, and others. You see the spirit from the hostages, and that's what they are, as hostages. They've been treated terribly and very unfairly, and you know that, and everybody knows that.
it also provides a blueprint for identifying allies and adversaries internationally by the easy guide to Trump's foreign policy. Show me a strong nationalist leader, or better yet, a strong right-wing nationalist leader, and I'll show you a leader Trump and MAGA will respect and even praise.
You've done a good job, and you've kept your country safe. The friendship is probably stronger now than it's ever been.
Now show me a progressive leader, or even worse, a woke progressive leader, and I'll show you a leader Trump and MAGA will never respect and humiliate at every turn.
As I called him, Governor Trudeau.
The United States launched a trade war against Canada, their closest partner and ally, their closest friend. At the same time, they're talking about working positively with Russia, appeasing Vladimir Putin, a lying, murderous dictator. Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
And that ideology-driven foreign policy presents MAGA with some interesting and serious questions. None more serious than, would we, the MAGA movement, a right-wing conservative nationalist movement, come to the defense of a collection of politically and culturally progressive nations whose core values, principles, and policy positions on everything from abortion, social issues, immigration, and the environment are completely the opposite of ours, against a fellow right-wing conservative nationalist government in that of Vladimir Putin's Russia, an ideological ally who not only shares our core values and principles, but also our enemies.
Что они делают со своими собственными народами? Разрушение семьи, культурной и национальной идентичности, извращение, издевательство над детьми, вплоть хочется им сказать. Но посмотрите, извините меня, священное писание, главные книги всех других мировых религий. Там все сказано, в том числе то, что семья – это союз мужчины и женщины. Но и эти.
MAGA may not have a straight answer to that question, but a straight answer is not always needed.
Mr. Feinberg, did Russia invade Ukraine?
Well, I'll just say this.
They moved tanks and troops and armored personnel carriers across the Ukrainian border.
Yeah. Well, here's how, if I may, I like this. I don't have.
Mr. Feinberg, we've got to live in the real world here.
But
can you tell me if Russia invaded Ukraine? Mr. Feinberg, it's easy, yes or no. Did they invade Ukraine?
I'm not privy to the detail.
He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, and all negative things.
If there is one thing MAGA learned from his first time in office, is that it is impossible to execute the full will of MAGA without undermining and dismantling the cultural and ideological underpinnings of the country's long-standing policies. And just like dismantling a physical structure requires placing the right charge in the right strategic location, so does dismantling any policy-making infrastructure.
And our country will be woke no longer.